We are in Antwerp this episode.
A city of beer, diamonds, and a hero that cut off a giant's hand and threw it into a river.
What's not to love?
The smell. We've each got one day to enjoy Antwerp.
I have planned my day from start to finish.
And I have no idea what I'll be doing on my day.
Plan
Versus Rogue Antwerp. What time is it?
It's nearly 10 a.m.
We haven't had anything to eat. Please tell me the first place that we're going has food.
Of course.
And coffee.
Of course. We are going to a very classic Belgian cafe called Mampoko. They've got a very big menu that spans breakfast through to dinner, late night.
Why did you pick this place?
This place is highly revered as a traditional Belgian cafe in Antwerp.
How did you feel after that?
Satisfied and filled up. How do you feel?
I feel good. That was absolutely delicious.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it. I hope it's not the highlight of the day.
It's the highlight so far.
I'm trying to think of a pun for the next one. The next stop should hopefully shine too. So right now we are heading towards Diva Diamond Museum. I've heard mixed reports about what kind of person will enjoy it. Some people say too much silverware, not enough diamonds.
I'm sure all the diamonds were acquired legally and in an above board manner. Thing is, Katie, you're pandering slightly towards me because she knows that I love like silverware.
Money.
Welcome to Diva. It's no coincidence that we are in the heart of Antwerp, the diamond capital of the world for 575 years now. In the museum, you will follow the journey that diamonds, gold and silver take from mining to jewel or silver work. In the stylish boudoir, you can admire diamond jewellery and prepare for dinner in the dining room. Pull up a chair, look at the silverware and refresh your knowledge of table etiquette through the centuries.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Picture from your grandma.
Yes. Yes.
You may hand it over to me.
What?
I would love to.
With alcohol, it's on basic of lily filled up with vermouth. Or
Awesome, thank you. Did you know that when you submit a photo of a bomber, this is the Flemish word for grandma, we hang it on the wall for all the world to see? When you submit your photo, we express our thanks with the house aperitif. Let's raise a glass to bombers everywhere.
Hey,
That's the thing that I've been most excited to unveil.
the photo of you, grandma. Yeah.
She's gonna be hanging up in a restaurant in Antwerp for who knows long. They frame it and they put it on the wall.
The bombers
The
everywhere.
bombers.
The bombers everywhere.
Oh, yum. From what I've heard, based on what some locals have said, Antwerp is very much a laid back, you'll have fun, just doing your thing kind of place.
We're sitting here, there's the castle over there behind us. We're drinking one of the champagnes of beer, eating mussels in Belgium and fucking rabbit stew. Like, everything I'm putting in my mouth is just amazing right now. But yeah, there's no reason I can't win tomorrow when we're eating the, you know, waffles from the fucking Australian ice cream waffle joint.
I do quite like how they've captured the inside of the fish
It's meant to be like, represent like, you know, the vagina.
It's not.
It says that on the thing. It does. I didn't just make that up. And the eels are dicks.
This is a museum, which we're not going to, but the very top level is meant to be completely free to pedestrians, so we just need to find how to get to the top. That's not a good sign. Here we are. Free panoramic view of the city. Alrighty, so we are coming up to a final stop for the day. It is dinner. You know, we've done some of the older stuff. So I thought for dinner we'll do something that's the newer culture in Belgium. And this place we're going to started out as food trucks across Belgium. They are called Mission Masala.
Indian.
Yes, it is Indian.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Try mine. Oh. So locals say that this is by far their favourite Indian in Antwerp. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that is so good.
That's really tasty. That's like one of the more interesting things we've had so far on this trip. It's my day. It's already about 1 o'clock. We've already been up and had a little bit of breakfast. I want to go on a pub crawl. Antwerp is a city known for amazing beer. It's one of the best places in the world to drink beer, basically, and that's what I want to do today. The first place we're going is called Kulminator. They've got about 500 different beers. It's run by the same husband and wife who've been there for over 30 years. You've got to press a little buzzer to get in and tell them, I want to taste beer.
Oh.
Hi, I want to taste beer. Yes. Whoa.
It's like an explosion.
Oh, nurse. Oh.
Gotta say, I think you're off to a very strong start.
Well, literally we are off to a strong start. The beer is 12%.
It's very sweet. It's very syrupy almost. Very malty.
I don't know where else in the world you can go and get a beer on tap that's been aged for 9 years. This is the Geeky Cauldron. This is a bar that's probably like a nerd bar, but like I am a nerd, so. School.
School.
So like this place is like half like, you know, medieval, high fantasy sort of themes, you know. There's a tree behind the bar, there's, you know, shields with sigils, suits of armor. And in the other half you have this sci-fi theme. Looks like you're down in the brig of a spaceship. Sort of cool place to stop at a pub crawl, that's for sure. Well, you know, this place has been around for a bit, it's wearing the geek thing extremely proudly.
That's what I really like. Like I think the people in here are all indulging in the theme.
Yeah. You know, yesterday I was salivating over a castle, and now I'm
Yeah, you're a geek. You've been
Am
a
I?
geek your whole life. You're not a sci-fi geek. You're a fantasy geek. Bar?
Wife chose to
You're
sit
in
on
this.
this side.
Yeah,
that's definitely.
You're in the fantasy side. Like, look at that. It's almost like a Marauders map. It's not, obviously, but it just reminds me of the Marauders map.
Yeah. Marauders map is a pretty mainstream thing.
I like how it was done in the movie better than in the book. So
You are. I fell for that low quality bait. Me. Seriously, have a taste of that.
wow, I've never had a beer like that. Good hot day beer.
That's as crisp as a freshly ironed shirt.
Crispier than a papadum.
Crispier than a papadum. How's yours? This is the lambic with pepper.
It's mine.
That is like a capsicum. Oh my goodness.
It's like barbecue shaped seasoning. Like you're just licking the bottom of the packet after all the biscuits are gone.
What a perfect way to describe this beer.
Okay, Benny, stop number 4 or 5. Where are we going?
Well, everything has gotten quite blurry out here. It's like, you know, everything's quite fuzzy now. Cafe Pardaf, it is a craft beer cafe by the river in Antwerp. So we're gonna go check that out now. We will not be the only drunk people in Antwerp though.
This is the first thing that Benny is feeding me on this day, worth noting. It is 7:35 p.m.
Can that with it?
Yeah.
The drinks here were very good, and I really like that chorizo monsieur. There's just one place left to go now. What do you recommend? I like every type of beer that there was.
One of these two. These two are my favorites.
Overall, I think there's been a great variety of places to have a drink today.
I don't know if I'd say a great variety. We've been like to normal bars and then one geek bar. But I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're yawning at my last stop.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
What was your last stop again?
The Indian restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad this is our last beer stop.
That was the bar. To understand where you are, you have to have just had a lot to drink, and to understand where you are. What would you say?
I'd say you made no sense just then.
That was the jazz bar just then, and that was delicious. That was... I sort of like really enjoyed Antwerp on your day, but I think I really got to know it on mine.
No, I think you got to know Antwerp when you're drunk and then you forget the last couple of things you do. Your day may have been more fun, but it doesn't mean you got to know Antwerp better. What was your favourite part of my day?
I really liked our lunch. I really liked the Diamond Museum as well. I actually, like, the Diamond Museum was so much more fun than I thought it would be. What was your favourite part of my day?
Probably Kulminator, like just in general Kulminator. And I also really enjoyed meeting the other people in there and chatting.
I think I got more drunk than I expected. The Belgian beers are so strong. Even though we started later, we just did not pace ourselves well enough for a European evening.
Would you say that comes down to a lack of planning? I am happy to say that you won Antwerp.
Yes! I've won Antwerp. That's a point for Rogue. Today, in the battle of Plan versus Rogue, Rogue won. Skål.